It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome.
Happy New Year, post-New Year. Happy 2025, everyone. I cannot even believe it is January 2nd.
Why not?
Because how did we go from, wasn't it just Halloween? Honestly, I think it was just Halloween in here.
In here, it's always Halloween.
And then we rolled right into Thanksgiving. Next thing you know, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and New Year's has come, it's gone. 2025, new resolutions, new ideas, new mindset, new things to put forward.
Boo.
Boom.
Not boom.
Boo. Boo. Yeah,
Halloween.
I know.
You know, the one thing I can't stand when the year changes, I can never put the right year on a check. I wrote 4 checks today, and they're all coming back since 2024.
Because you're kind of old school. Most people don't do checks anymore.
Well, I do old school because I like the paper transactions. But now I know why I don't do it.
Because you're old school.
No, because I have checks. I got to get rid of them.
You got to get rid of them. I know.
Wow. Just reminded me. I guess the one I just gave is going to come back. Got to give Vic a check with 2025. My first 25 check.
2025. I know. I just signed we were doing a new show, and we're going to have her joining us. We've got Nannette Chacon. We're talking about a new show starting next week called Align Mind and Body.
Align,
Mind, and Body. And
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. But I'm excited because Sue Kostyk, our host of Hello, Your Health is Calling, she did a fantastic show today on the Reinvented Life Network. And I'm bringing her over on our show talking about, of course, resolutions and setting goals and short goals, long goals, all the things that we're looking at. And I'm telling you, the universe must have been listening because we did our morning show. And next thing I see, everyone's calling and texting, and that's all that it's about.
That's what it's all about.
Weight loss, mindset, and then I ate popcorn. So there went today, out the window.
You know, it's funny. She puts it out.
And I
walked
ate
by it this time. Now I'm not having none of that.
Well, now there's no more to eat because I finished it. So that's a good thing.
You finished that whole popcorn?
No, there was only like a handful.
No, there was more than a handful.
Not today, there wasn't.
Oh, yes, there was.
And you are on a whole nother level of...
Whole other level.
Trying to get under my skin.
Whole other
I must
level
say,
today. Yes.
You've done
Am
a
I
good
working?
job.
Is it working? You know what it is? I had the nip given to me by...
I don't know what you did, but I'm trying hard to breathe through it, including other people that have come in and trying to get under my skin today. I'm trying to breathe through it.
You know, not for nothing, Dawn, but we don't always do this to get under your skin.
I think.
No, I think you think too much.
I think you were smart.
I think you're incorrect.
I don't think you slept last night.
I have not.
Because he came in here, everyone, and he is on a whole nother level in between. And then we move furniture in here, and there's just a whole lot of things moving on.
And then I was sitting on the furniture, and they told me you have to get up. It says, move it with me in it.
We knew once we put the couch in there, you were going to hang out in there.
I was. And then guess who came along?
Jay?
Jacqueline.
Oh, yes, and then
she came along, and she started talking to me. And I said, wow, we got to do voices and elements, all sorts of stuff.
So they got all that done.
Do you know how busy this woman is?
She came up from, I think, Homestead today.
Well, this lady is like the craziness of getting around. She's everywhere.
She was laughing because on our contract it talks about if you have an event here, what you do with alcohol. She's like, so essentially it's free. I'm like, pretty much. If you come in here and you have a party and you drink, we cannot charge you for it. So pretty much it's free.
Yeah,
And so she was laughing because that's in the contract. Because no, we're not allowed to charge.
But she
that.
doesn't drink anyway. I tried to give her Freddie coffee one time, and she took off her shoes, and she was dancing up there. I said, whoa, it's enough for that.
I think a lot of people have cut back on drinking. Mocktails are the new in thing.
I cut down.
This is true.
Everyone's talking about
mocktails,
healthy mocktails, tasty mocktails, as opposed to drinking alcohol.
There's something wrong with me. I doubled down.
You're just old school.
If you
You
say
don't
I'm
really-
old school one more time, I'm going to get under your skin. You're going to get
Even more?
hives.
Even more than you are?
Stop saying that.
It's good.
No, it's not. Old school. Anything that begins with the word old is not good.
Why?
Of course, it's not good.
I'm kind of in between old school and I'm not new school, but I'm kind of in this bridge that I use certain apps on the computer, but then I watch the crew typing things in their phone faster than I can even put it into a text app. So
I want you to give me your son's number after the show. I'm going to call him. I says, you don't make this one a grandmother. In the next 12 months, I'm going to be very upset because I have a new nickname for you.
which is
Granny.
old school.
Oh, old school granny.
Old school. All right, let's go over to Arizona. Let's bring Sue Kostyk in, host of Hello, Your Health is
she's
Calling.
flustered.
You're
She's
making
flustered.
me nervous over the whole granny thing. I don't know. I've had the dogs
Granny.
for 2 weeks, so I think I'm good on the granny thing. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello,
There's
your
so
health
much
is
to
calling.
unpack here. Oh my gosh.
And this is just the tip of the iceberg of what you can see on TV.
Well, let me tell you, Dawn, I am a grandmother times two. So I think being a granny is great.
I think it
And
probably is
because
great.
it is. It is. And I'm also old school, and I'm very proud of that, Freddie. I think you need to embrace it.
No,
It
you
is.
see, you say it, and it has sex appeal. It's very sexy when you say it. She says it, and it's like, let me put it in reverse, some more. It's a big difference, your delivery to this one. If she uses the old word one more time with me, she's doing that because she's mad at me.
I'm not mad at
Because
you.
I started to, I don't know,
Get under my skin.
get under her skin.
I'm having like a panic attack here, so he's like,
Oh no, breathe. Just breathe.
okay, I'm just going to breathe through all my list of to-dos. Ever look at a to-do list and realize it's really not as long as you think? You're like, shoo, I'm going to get through this. And then someone walks in and adds to your to-do list.
Yeah, that's not good. I've been having that happen to me for the past couple weeks because kids is home. So
But
Well-
you did a fantastic show today on resolutions, and even starting with SMART goals, short goals.
Doable goals.
Yes. Yeah, I think we just mess up every time we think that all of a sudden it's a new year and we need to create this long list of things we need to do or change. And I love, the SMART goal has been around forever. I mean, when I was in corporate America, we were doing SMART goals. And I think we don't give it enough service. SMART goals they're short, they're doable, you have clarity around them. They are something that you can measure. If you just like throw something out there to the universe that I'm going to change or I'm going to add, and it's not measurable, then you're going to fail. You got to be able to measure something. If you don't have a why, you may as well not even do it. You may as well not even put it down on paper because you have to be able to come back to your why when your willpower runs out. And that is it's anything in your life because you don't really run out of willpower. It's kind of like your brain. And I wanted to talk about the brain a little bit in the show today because our brain has so much to do with whether we're going to succeed or fail with a goal. And so, when we can go back to a why, we kind of make our brain go to a time where something was super important, and that neuroplasticity of our brain, you can actually rewire your brain. So that's why the SMART goals, I love them. They're easy to achieve. And another thing about your brain too is when you're doing resolutions and making goals, your brain feeds on that dopamine, on those little successes. So if you can come up with goals that are short term, that it's easy to measure a win, then your brain's constantly, producing that dopamine, and it makes you keep moving forward. A goal just isn't a goal. You got to get your brain involved too.
You got to reach out for something that you can accomplish. The
Yep.
funny thing about New Year resolutions is that you make yourself a promise that you did not keep last year. Never did. And if you did it for 15 minutes on the second or the third, never to be seen again. And then you start again. And you do this vicious cycle. Instead of doing something that's part of your DNA, something that you can do. You know, if you walk, I mean, how many of us walk every day? Everybody walks. So instead of walking this distance, walk a little bit more. You should have seen me yesterday. I went walking with Linda to show her how I did over here, the blueprint. You go here, you can go this way, you can go that way, you come back. Next thing you know, we did 7,000 steps. So she's telling me, you're not teaching me anything new. Oh, okay. I wasn't teaching you. I just wanted to see you do it. And she did it. You know, it's that thing you call me. What was it? Disruptive?
Old school?
No.
Oh, disruptor.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow. Wow. There you have it. You see what I mean? The way you do it, the way she does it, two different things.
I told him, Sue, he was a disruptor, which is a good thing.
But a disruptor is good. I mean,
Again, coming from you sounds like a compliment. Thank you.
well, it's kind of like when your husband or wife tells you that you need to change some part of you and, it comes across a little differently. But then when somebody else that you like and know and respect says the same thing, it just comes different.
Wow, is that a thing? Really?
It is a
Husband
thing.
and wife tells you a change and you go, huh, and somebody else says the same thing and you do it.
It's, I'm
They
telling
look
you,
at
I
it
could do
differently.
so
So
many
true.
segments on the brain. It's
Yeah, some of us don't have one.
Yeah. All right, so how do we start? Resolutions, notoriously, people do not keep resolutions.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to lose 100 pounds. Hard to keep that.
80%. Yeah. 80% of resolutions fail by February. So, making them like you mentioned, lose pounds. Okay. Instead of saying, I'm going to lose 10 pounds this year, how about saying that you are going to cook healthy meals? You're going to meal plan. You're going to walk every other day. It's like there's different ways that you can lose weight by making that an action versus an overarching, I'm going to lose 10 pounds. No, I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week and I'm going to fix 5 meals a week at home. Those are super easy to achieve. So by putting little small, again, we're talking about those SMART goals, by putting those little small actions in place, you're going to reach the goal that you want.
How important do you think it is to do meal prepping and eat at home if you don't eat
Oh
at home?
gosh. I can't stress that enough. And I know there's some people that are super busy and meal prepping is hard and eating at home is hard, but there's a lot of meal services too. There's a lot of personal chefs that will come in and do all your meal prep for you and have all of your homemade meals for you for the week. So I don't think that there's really a lot of excuses there that are valid. But when you eat real food, whole food, prepared at home, there's no preservatives. You're not putting additives. There's no ultra processed. There's no going through the drive-through. Just that one thing alone, you will lose weight. You have to. It's science. So,
Ever notice when you have Chinese food, you gain like 2 pounds
well, it's
overnight?
salt. Yes.
The amount of sodium, salt, you don't even realize it because they say now they've changed the way they prepare their foods. Like when I can't get my rings off, I know there's a problem.
There's so many hidden names for things, and Chinese food is notorious. I love Chinese food, but you can make Chinese food. There's gluten-free soy sauce that you can use if you're, a lot of people say, oh, I get such bad digestive issues after I eat Chinese food because they're using the MSG, they're using the gluten stuff. So, you can actually find recipes that you make Chinese food healthy. It's possible.
Resolutions, top resolution or change is, you think, weight loss?
I think that weight loss and finances are usually the two top ones. Um, I, weight loss is such a bad resolution to have, because right out of the bat, you're creating something negative about yourself. So I would prefer saying get healthier, because a healthy body cannot be overweight. And so if you have a resolution to be healthier, then there's so many things that come under that umbrella, and that includes weight loss.
Be healthier. It's not that I want to be more organized, because I'm pretty organized. I need to be able to get through the amount of things. I need better time management is what I think I need.
Time management is a big one too. Yeah.
Can you
And
give
that
up? Can you give up anxiety as a New Year's resolution? Is that doable?
you can actually, because anxiety is fear-based. So if you figure out what, uh-oh, that was a trick.
Of course.
Of course.
And she went right in.
But, anxiety is also food driven. It is also, fear of different things. So, yeah, you can.
What's happening for 2025? Where are we going with Hello, Your Health is Calling?
I think we are just, I used to think that I needed to do monthly topics, but I am just kind of driven to 2025 to really hone in on overall health and detoxification and those things that are really simple to do. When I first started doing these podcasts, I talked about the de-stress protocol, and I spent a lot of time on that, but that is something that every single person can institute that doesn't cost money. And I think that sometimes people feel like they can't get healthy because it's expensive. But when you start prioritizing those concepts within the de-stress protocol, that's something that every person on the planet can do. And you can start doing. You can start doing it today. Start with your diet. Eat whole food. That's my message.
I think that when somebody doesn't take care of their health and you end up in ICU and you come out of there 10 days later and you see that price that you're going to have to pay,
Yeah.
that's the dollar price. And then there's the physical, mental aspect. When you see that price, then you begin to understand that no matter what it is, you can't put a price on being healthy. You just can't do it. Because in the long run, you either pay me now or you pay me later.
Or pay later.
Except that later has interest, which is something not working on your body, something not working in your mind, something not working. And all of a sudden, you have a problem. And that's the big issue. This is the thing that drives me crazy when people say, well, New Year's resolution, la, la, la. Okay, so you're going to talk to me about all the positive things you should have been doing, that you're going to put your foot down, you're going to do it now. And if you don't change, that's why I ask you to take that picture down.
No.
I was 189 pounds, 289 pounds in that picture up there. I ain't happy about looking at that every single day for the last 5 years.
But look at you now.
Well, I look at that thing and I get scared. But I paid the price when I was that weight. I ended up in ICU. So I can tell you about that 8-day story and the money. And I'm still paying that thing back how many years later. And then diabetic number 2 came along, the diabetes. So you pay a price. There is no free lunches. If you don't want to get healthy, you're going to pay that price either today or tomorrow.
And there's no shortcuts either. And I think that for me, 2025 is going to be stepping into more of a bold approach on talking about some of these things that people are doing for the quick fix that is really 2 years from now, they're going to be so sorry. There's just so many people that want the easy button, the quick fix, and you might spend a little bit more and take a little bit more time, but then you just move on through life. So it's, I think boldness is going to be the new approach too. I always worry about offending people, and I think that's probably not going to be happening anymore.
Well, you're coming down here next month. We're going to meet you and show you the studio.
I am.
Oh, we'll be both
I'm very
together.
excited. I'll be in New York doing a promotion for my book, and so I'm just going to hop on JetBlue or whatever brings me down the coast. So,
Is that awesome? She'll be here the first week in February.
Fantastic.
So I'm excited to meet
yeah,
you in person. And
I know,
we've
it'll be
been doing the
fun.
show and not in person. You going to bring your book with you also?
I will. I
And
will.
what is the book?
Yes. The book is called The Healthopedia, and I'm a contributor in the book, and it's about probably 40 chapters of different ways, the 6 pillars of health, and different authors that have contributed to it. So it's a great, actually, kind of a resource for different things. So
I'm excited.
it's
So I think it's
been
going to
out for a
be
little
the
bit, but we're
6th.
finally doing a big promotion in Times Square. So I'm going to be on the Jumbotron.
That's
Oh, that's so
amazing.
cool. Yes.
Wow.
That'll be fun. Yeah.
Wow. All
Yep.
right. So before we go to commercial break, I want you to meet Nannette Chacon. So see if we can get a 3-shot. Nannette is starting a new show with us next week called Align Mind Body.
All right.
She's the future Jackalena.
Can you flip your braid to the other side? And then tell us about Align Mind Body. There you go.
Gentle, mindful movements. Hi, how are you?
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Mindful, gentle movements that benefit and serve all of us. Breathing techniques, which also help with the mindfulness and contributes to lower the stress and anxiety levels. And it'll incorporate a little bit of balance, a little bit of stretch, a little bit of strength, and once again, a lot of awareness and mindfulness in the movement practice. So it can benefit the daily human if they just want to move pain-free and feel confident in themselves and their well-being. Or even if you're someone that is active, these gentle movements and these techniques will also help you benefit your activities. So should serve everyone. So it's exciting.
Yes, I love that. I mean, movement is so important, and
Yes.
I don't want to hijack anything, but it's just, it goes so hand in hand with everything that we talk about, and especially this de-stress protocol, and learning how to regulate your nervous system through movement, through
Breathe.
different mindful strategies is so key to your overall health.
Yes.
You know, it's funny, since I've met her and I've talked to her and I saw that movie last night, I look at people now as humans. Because she has this thing where she says humans and humans this, and because she looks at people individually, which I understand. But I never understood the word human until this year. Now I get it. Because humans are individual little components. They have their own way of doing things. Some of them not too cool. And they keep saying the word old and all that, but they're humans. And I think that you have to give humans an opportunity to express themselves. So what I'm thinking here is I would like to take this show on the road. Now, I was a big fan of Jacqueline. I was a young kid when he came along, when they showed the reruns. I didn't see the originals in the 50s. I saw the reruns. And among the Latino community, he was a hit. Because Latinos, you know, he was talking about starches and rice and beans, and that was their diet. That's what we grew up on. We didn't grow up on anything less. So when I see her, instantly that came to mind. And I've sent her, do you know this guy? Because she's young, so she probably didn't know who this guy was. I said, but check this guy. This guy changed the world. And that's what I would like to do. One human at a time, as she has explained to me.
That's
So I'm
what we
gonna
do.
Get you guys more connected as things progress and the
Yeah.
show gets started. I think it'll be a nice fit as well. Sue, how do people reach you?
The best way is support at helloyourhealthiscalling.com. You can also go to my website, which is symmetryhealthandwellness.com, and book a complimentary 20-minute consultation.
Do you ever work with patients that have lupus?
I do. I work with a lot of people with autoimmune issues.
Including thyroid disease and everything, I guess arthritis and things that fall into the inflammation-itises.
Yes, definitely. It's about reducing the overall inflammation level and toxicity level of your body. And that's pretty much the roots of all evil. So,
It's amazing. This lady got me off of dairy, which is like, I should like bow to you, but it's unbelievable. Truth.
It's interesting what
Well.
you just said, because I know who you're referring to, and she was a bodybuilder. So there could be a little bit of something. Oh, good. We have somebody we need you to talk to. Yes, absolutely.
All right,
Great.
so support at Hello Your Health is Calling is the best way.
yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yep.
Support at Hello Your Health is Calling. Tune in every Thursday at 11 a.m. We're going to get Sue joining us here more often to give an update to our listening audience as well.
Yep. Great. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Have a great day. Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
Thank you. All right, why don't we take a quick break? When we come back, let's talk to Miss Chacon over there. Talk about her new show that's starting next Thursday.
Yes, she's so excited her shoes flew off.
I love that. All right, more to come. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV for behind-the-scenes content, as well as like and find Amp Media Productions. Follow all of the shows that we do right here at the studio. More to come, and we'll be right back.
Amp Media Productions is proud to announce a collaboration with ABC WPBF, producing high-quality commercials for clients in Palm Beach County. This partnership will leverage Amp Media's creative expertise and video production capabilities with ABC's extensive reach and community connections to deliver top-notch advertising solutions. Contact Amp Media Productions today to amplify your impact in business on ABC WPBF.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
Breaking news, aliens have finally made contact with.
Welcome to the Amp Media Studios here in beautiful downtown Boca Raton.
In conjunction with True Oldies Radio South Florida, Amp Media Productions is here to help amplify your impact in business and to bring greater awareness to our community. Give us a call, 866-224-5422. We'll see you soon at the cafe.
And like I always say, come on down and visit us and don't be late.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Are you turning 65 this year or retiring and leaving employer coverage? It's your time to navigate the Medicare enrollment process. You have guaranteed issue in this time period. There is no medical underwriting. Everyone has unique needs within the standard steps of the enrollment process. The Marvelisms Medicare can walk you through the best options for your needs. For more information, call Claire Goyette at 561-703-7463 or absolutebestins.com/Claire-Goyette.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
I really hope you sleep tonight. For all of our sakes tomorrow, I really hope you go to bed tonight and sleep. Because you're on a whole nother level of energy.
You know, I don't understand you. When I'm at this level, then I'm at the other level and you complain. Now I'm at this level and you complain. There's no winning with you.
What can I tell you? You know what Nannette says? I am her first, what am I, your first challenge, I guess?
First challenge
on
mindfulness,
mindfulness and mindset change. So let's introduce Nannette Chacon. She is a new host right here at Amp Media Productions, a new show starting next week called Align Mind Body. She's a personal trainer and yoga instructor on a virtual platform as well, so you can follow her on her website and get all of her great instructional trainings. So welcome to the family.
Thank you for having me. It's very exciting.
We are very excited.
Yes, this is
So
gonna be
tell
great.
us about the new show.
Well, you'll get to experience techniques that will help you at any point during the day. So you'll be learning a lot, how to move correctly, what may be causing some discomfort during movements. I've worked with a substantial amount of humans, and it's like, at this point, it's a mini dictionary of what causes this, what could be bothering if you move this way, or if we feel a certain way, how we can adjust it and make it better. So I'll be going through series of exercise, maybe different every week. We may focus on breathing and stretching on one session, a little bit of strength and balance in another, maybe mindfulness techniques, but ultimately it'll be uniting the mind, the body, and the awareness, you know, just creating a holistic holistic approach.
I was thinking of you last week. I went home to work out, and sometimes I just go right into the YouTube video and I don't fix my mindset. I don't get into the zone. I just turn it on and hope nobody comes in to talk to me, but they do, which takes me out of my zone. So I thought, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be mindful. I put in my ear pods. I turned on my music because I could still follow what they were doing on the screen. And it was so much better. I actually got happier. I felt more in the zone. And the people that were coming to talk to me decided not to because they knew I could not hear them. It's like, no, I can't. So it was kind of like a boundary that I set for myself, even at my doorway in my house, to do that. So I want to thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Because what I like to listen to may not be what the trainer has on, but I can still follow her movements to my own music.
Exactly. Once again, little awareness. It's like almost having me in the back of your head, reminding you, maybe sit upright and don't slouch, or maybe take a nice breath if you're feeling a little tense, or remember not to stand a certain way because your hips will get out of balance. So these little techniques are the ones that help you tap in with yourself throughout the day. And the more we can do that, the more balanced you can become. I mean, they were just talking about weight loss and mindset and setting SMART goals for the New Year's. And really it starts there, like pinpointing what areas need to be worked on, finding a strategy that makes sense and is simple and is actually doable. So, you know, sometimes we think that doing big movements, big workouts, high intense workouts are it, but we kind of miss the whole point sometimes doing that. And
well, you know, it's funny. A few years ago, someone came in to teach us how to breathe. That we don't know how to breathe, and we don't know how to breathe.
Yes.
If you think about it technically.
Yes.
And there's a lot of damage that happens to the body over the years, right? The difference is that these yoga queens and kings, they know how to breathe because they do that just to warm up.
Exactly.
And I think that you're going to benefit because she's going to teach you how to breathe.
I think I'm going to come in like gym clothes on Thursdays when you do your
exactly.
show.
So yes.
I can kind of I bring a change of clothes with me and we can do it, but just be able to go through the process with you since we're here late on Thursdays.
I think you need to learn how to breathe, yes.
But wouldn't it be nice to be able to have like an in-house at business Kind of like Jack LaLanne in your workplace.
As much as you
corporate
want,
training.
listen, if you can help calm this one down. You know
I already
mean?
see you guys, me teaching, and then you guys in the background doing a couple moves here and there, testing
No,
it
not
out.
you
Not
guys. We ain't
him.
friends.
He won't get out of the chair.
That isn't true either. That isn't
Oh, I
true.
gotta get you to move a
I
little
can't-
bit.
Jay, she's going to get him to move.
I can't be in the same gym as her. Because the last time I came out, I still have the mark of the mouse trap that she stuck on my hand. That hurt a lot. And all the wires that I did not connect because I was going stir crazy. And I can't. There's just
Too much.
Too much going
Too
on
much.
over here.
A lot of people feel that way about, the gym and working out. It is overwhelming. And with so much information that we have out there, so many different exercises and everybody trying to do something, sometimes the clients are like, what do I do? This that I saw on social media, does this work? Is this good? So exercise, once again, simplicity is key, and sometimes less is more. And that mindfulness is what's going to help you really.
Oh, I love the gym. I love the smell of socks in the morning. I love the gym, except when this one shows up. Then all hell breaks loose. I get nervous.
But then I was even
get
doing
convulsions.
I was doing a new ab routine, and every time I would do it, my traps, I was in like agony for days, and I realized what I had changed was this new ab routine, which is great for your abs, I guess,
But bad for your
horrible for
traps.
my traps, for me.
Yeah.
So now
when
I have
did you
to
learn
find
this? Okay.
last week.
You see, this
But
is
where? Tell me the source.
Where
Hold
did
on.
you learn this?
Where did I learn the pain?
No.
The
The
exercise
exercise routine, the
No,
workout.
the pain, ladies and gentlemen, the pain has been in existence for 10 years.
Oh,
10,
God,
maybe
it's
9
gotten
years.
worse though.
Pain is
lately.
inevitable.
And it's
Level of
gotten worse.
suffering.
So when did you learn this phenomenon that you didn't share with the rest of us that had to agonize you? I'm in pain.
I realized like last week when the migraines were so bad, it was coming from here, and it was like the day after, or as I was doing these ab exercises.
What are the ab exercises you were doing?
It's like you lay on your side and you do rockers,
Okay.
but a lot of rockers.
Okay.
So if I'm doing like 100 on each side, it's a lot of my
I
neck
call
like
them
this.
neck crunches. This is from like my
I
therapy
call
days.
them killing
No, it's
me
like you're doing a
softly.
plank on your side,
What is wrong with
and
you?
you're like rocking. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
You're like on a
So
side.
you just found
upside
out
down
that
plank.
doing that creates the migraines that you drive us crazy all
No, it
week
made
with.
them worse.
Worse.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that's where the lack of mindfulness in the movement occurs. Like I see this even in high level athletes, because I practice advance of a lot of stuff, but they're going through the motions without the mindfulness of what the body's actually doing. Is this neck position beneficial? If I'm using my neck instead of my core, I'm taking away from my core workout and flexing my neck. So at the end, you end up getting a workout in your neck versus your core, So that's where in the show, I'll be talking about bringing awareness into the alignment, into the movement, how to move correctly. So you'll also build confidence in being able to do exercises without that pain and discomfort,
Maybe doing them correctly.
Correctly, exactly, because once you correct the body positioning, it takes pressure out of the areas that shouldn't be taking pressure.
It's like breathing. You should learn how to breathe.
Well, doing 100 of them incorrectly, you're better off doing 50 correctly.
Correctly, you're better off doing
Right.
5 very correctly, and
You
you'll
see,
get the
I
benefit
don't
out
do
of
any
it.
because I'm not about to.
You're like, I'm not about to pull my
Don't worry about
neck.
it.
But
This one was drinking water.
no, but let me tell you something about that too. Sometimes working with people who are not even that active, some that are very active, some of my very active clients, I have a lot of trouble undoing all the bad doing they've done in training, because they've trained their muscles in such a bad way that then I have to reverse engineer all the bad movements they did during training. That's very dangerous because you can hurt yourself during training. You don't want that. You want to feel like positive results during training. So sometimes it's easier to work with someone that hasn't been programmed to do exercises incorrectly.
No bad habits.
No bad habits. At least I can start them up and I can teach them the patterns and the movements and get them moving better.
And those bad habits have a name. It's called the dawn phenomenon.
Dawn phenomenon.
And the pains begin at 3 in the morning and last at 8 o'clock, which is an actual thing for diabetics. It is. It is an actual thing.
Yes. So.
But the funny thing about Dawn is that she will continue to do the wrong thing until she can't do it anymore.
Happens to a lot of
She
people.
doesn't listen to anybody. She doesn't take the water thing. She was drinking water, this alkaline water, in excess. And I could tell right away, you know, when you work with somebody every day, you can tell the change. True. But I don't want to come on and say, you know, you vampirist, you got to sort of stop drinking this thing because you're turning into Frankenstein.
Think how many things you and I have been through of me trying stuff that we get.
I've learned not to go directly at, because she's not going to listen to me anyway. She's not. Until she got
That's where
sick.
she hears it from somebody else. That's why this is a topic I've had also too with family, friends, clients and stuff like that. Sometimes those that we love or that we work with, they got to hear it from someone else, not even from you. Because
isn't that what Sue just said?
yes,
you can hear
do.
more from someone else other than a spouse.
Like a wife, like even if I'm a wife and I can help with back pain, my husband can be resistant because it's more like an emotional bond.
You wouldn't intimidate as a wife.
I would be like, let me get you the best therapist around. And
it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work because you look at her and she's like Chacon. She's like all over the place. She reminds me of those air bubble things in front of businesses.
Those things that fly around.
I'm going to look and say, no matter what I do, it ain't going to be right anyway.
But I think you're going to start like this right here. My mess is yours. Like, here's my mess. Let's help clean it up. I know.
This is where I run to hide.
My mess
but she's had migraines. Can you imagine having migraines for 8 years?
Your whole life.
And you say, well, you haven't been doing the exercises your whole life.
No, but everything seems to trigger whatever.
It
And the older I get, the more I don't really want to deal with my aging. So I keep doing what I think I could do, but my body does not.
Okay, so here we go. So the aging thing is the first step. That's the thing you have to work out first.
Granny.
The second thing is, I need you. I'm never going to call you that again. That was stupid on my part.
Granny.
Never again. Not Granny. Don't think about that. The second thing is that I would like you to express to her your exercise routine on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, because they are never the same. Never. Okay. Tell her about that machine you go all over the world running and all that. I want you to express to her what you do. No, it has a treadmill, but it has something attached to it.
It's called a treadmill with the screen on it.
Doesn't it go up and down?
A treadmill, I guess, gives you an incline and a decline.
Well, that's not just a regular. Whatever it is.
Do you see?
I want you to explain to her what you
I'm
do.
dealing with?
And then she walks around with weights and everything. And so she comes in and she's like this. How you doing?
Yeah.
I said, how you feel? I got a migraine. My eye's going to pop out of my head. My ears hurt.
She's like my perfect, these are the clients I work with. You know, I'm in pain. I'm trying to work out. Damn it. You know? I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
And I was fine until I walk in and says, oh my God.
But yeah, I realized those ab rockers were killing me.
Yes, yes. So very careful with what we do. Even myself, that I can explore and I can push myself. I'm always, careful. Let me learn a little bit more before I push myself further. Let me do the little things. I believe a lot in the little movements where I can feel, where I can sense, where I'm like, oh, this is where I feel best. This is where I don't feel pain. And then that helps you get your workouts better and be safer too.
She has to learn how to breathe. She has to warm up in the bullpen.
And like Janet told me too, we did Impulso Latino. She picked up, this is also another one that's one that I've heard a lot. I went to go pick up a paper from the floor and I blew out my back. It's like, what? And also your repetitive movements. The body is so incredible. Originally as humans, we were created to move our body organically in an organic environment. So we always have to take that into consideration, because we're going against our nature, an industrial environment. But, picking things up from the floor incorrectly, that comes from accumulated years of just bad movements, slouching, moving incorrectly, breathing.
It's going to be a great Thursday. Because
it's going to be nice. So much information, little by little, will be rolled out. And once again, so much awareness that will be brought to the way you breathe, the way you move, the way you pick things up, the way you're going to pick up your dumbbell next time you go to your workout.
I'll give you one even worse. I decided that I'm not taking the elevator anymore.
Yes, the stairs.
So I go up and down the stairs, right? And do you know that there is a right way and then there's the other way and going up and down the stairs?
Absolutely, yes. Yes, there's a right way.
I hurt my right knee.
Yes, there is.
I mean, how? How did you hurt yourself like a pretzel that you weren't?
I'm writing all these down because we're going to talk about a lot of these things.
Literally,
like going up the stairs correctly. Like, how do we get this messed up? Like, as humans, we were meant to, but we don't. once again, that awareness of movement is called movement, kinesthetic intelligence now. So it's confirmed like IQ, emotional intelligence. Movement is part of an intelligence in our system.
And there's functional movement, right? There's movements that we do to function every day, which is different than movements for weight training and exercising. There's just how do you bend down to pick up a suitcase, or how do you bend down to get a piece of paper, or how do you walk? Functional movements.
Yeah, but there's also age differences. My functional is not your functional, there's not her functional. Sure. So I prepared for you. You know what I bought?
That's a good idea.
A machine that vibrates.
Oh, come on.
Let me tell you something. My daughter-in-law gave it to me. She gave me the machine, and I do it. And I get on this thing for 15 minutes, and I'm upgrading the numbers. The circulation in my legs has improved.
Yes.
Tremendously.
Creates blood flow, and it creates tissue movement.
So guess what I'm going to start doing? Because you're here.
Tell me you're going to start squatting.
I'm going to start stretching out.
And stretching.
And squatting. Yes, I will. Don't listen to her.
Well, like I say, we squat to sit on the toilet, so.
I'm even wearing my patches.
Okay.
Sally gave me 10,000 patches.
Oh, awesome.
I'm even wearing my patches because I'm going to stretch out more, because I've come to the conclusion there is a right way of going up the stairs. And it ain't the way I was doing it. So you got to stretch out. Maybe you might pedal, maybe do this and this and this, and before I go out the door. Things have changed. I came in here fired up.
I saw that.
You didn't ask me why. You didn't ask me how it was changing.
You're 2025.
Because she doesn't expect it. That's the thing. She never thought in a million years that I'm going to come in here at 8 o'clock in the morning all fired up. And ask the kids what I did. I turned that music on very loud this morning, and away we went.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, more with Nannette Chacon. We're going to talk about how we're going to start next week getting into movement. If you don't want to wait till next week, maybe she can give us some tips to get us warmed up and ready to go start her show. So more to come. 888-994-4995, Studio A. Stay tuned, and we will be right back. Amp Media Futures Foundation is a non-for-profit organization dedicated to providing college students with immersive opportunities in media production, marketing, business skills, and communication.
Interns will learn professional workflow skills in editing, video and radio broadcasting, public relations, digital media, graphic curriculum, and access to equipment to make a positive impact.
Amp Media Productions is a full-service production house with a variety of shows ranging from the Brooklyn Cafe show.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a very busy Wednesday.
Sarah Spiritual.
Right here on the Oldies station, you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
Call me Zena.
Teach by example, and that's what I try to do all the time, to teach by example.
Artist Loft.
Using that term more. Yeah, Lofties, yeah.
And Gypsy Soul.
They love music. It's like their favorite thing to go to.
I teach like preschool up to 12th grade.
Yeah, nice.
You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Amp Media Productions. Please like and subscribe to all of our shows.
I want to be in first class. Champagne, please.
Giant comfort.
Yeah, that's good. We offer opportunities to excel in the field of TV film production, social media management, video editing, set design, graphic design, sound engineering, journalism, and many more useful tools to help you land a career in the media business.
To volunteer or be a part of our team, or to make a donation of any size, please visit us at ampfutures.org. Help us to empower college students to create a positive impact with immersive hands-on experiences in media production. Help us amplify the future.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
Give me the mozzarella. 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 Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Your True Oldies Listener's Guide. Listening in the Palm Beaches? That's 95.9 FM. On the Treasure Coast? You want 106.9 FM. In Boca? It's 95.3 FM. We've got Fort Lauderdale and Broward County covered with 96.9 FM. And you can always hear us anywhere at TrueOldiesFLA.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
In 1980, U.S.-Russian detente ends. In 1492, reconquest of Spain occurs. In 1788, Georgia enters the Union. 1974, President Nixon signs national speed limit into law.
You know what? We're going to put Michael into our exercise routine on Thursdays also. Corporate exercise.
Michael,
You're here on
don't-
Thursday, so
Michael,
it's great.
Go like this, Michael.
Just don't hit her in the head.
Don't break that. Don't get it back.
Don't ring the bell.
Excellent.
I thought I walked into it head first.
All right, so next Thursday is the first show of Align Mind Body, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And while we're getting ready for that, we're going to have an open studio audience. If anyone would like to come in, exercise, kind of like a group stretch, whatever. We're going to clear whatever we need to clear out. We'll make the room for you.
Yeah.
What do we need to know going in? What should we be doing this week?
Well, this week I'll go over the basic movement mechanics. So I'll be going over techniques such as hinge and squat, which I'll demo right now. And the reason we want to be really good at it in life, because if we execute that movement, we get to protect our backs from blowing out. You know, if we're able to hinge correctly, to pick something up, or squat down correctly, to tie our shoes or pick something up. And then this is the perfect example of how to strengthen in your daily activities without going to the gym. Once again, you can be a super bodybuilder, but if every time you squat down to pick up your shoe, you're squatting like crap, you're kind of taking away. So you can use these strong natural movements, and every time you go pick up your key from a floor or tie your shoe or go pick up your child from the floor, you're going to be executing a proper mechanic that's going to strengthen and build you versus tear you down and break you down, which is called micro tear, which occurs when you move really poorly throughout the day and doing repetitive movements. This is very good for people who work really hard labors, like in, like labor work. for them to move efficiently too, like firefighters, for example.
I got to ask you, cold weather is coming in. There's an Arctic blast warning that's coming in starting Saturday.
She's laughing.
That's crazy.
And what's happening, Arctic blast in Florida, it could be 40 degrees. I get it. But the cold weather, if you go from warm to cold, when it drops that way, there's more injuries reported.
That's a good observation, because our environment is usually warm, so that's a really big transition. So yeah, you want to warm up if you're going to get a workout in. Wear your sweater as you're in the gym to let your body get that warmth that you're usually used to, which is our Florida weather warmth. So you're going to be transitioning from being in your usual state of 80 degrees, 75 degrees to 40. That's a big jump, so you're definitely going to be tensing.
Well, it's nice to know that, because what happens is you see guys running in 2-degree weather with no shirt and running around. And you look at the age, and it's a whole lot younger than people in Florida that are senior and a little older. The cold weather does have an adverse effect on your body. And before you get going in the morning, before you should warm up. You should remember that temperature, your body temperature, and you doing what you need to do. I don't look at Dawn because she just thinks I'm talking about her, but just in general, you want to warm up when the temperature either gets too cold or too hot.
Yes, don't go into the gym crazy style.
All right, so what should we do? Show us the proper hinge.
So today, let's talk about proper hinge, because proper hinge mechanic is pretty much everything you do in life, and that's how you really initiate your movements.
Are you going to have her move?
I'm hoping they're going to ISO, and we're going to open the camera up is what we're going to do.
All right, so hold on a second. Are you going to open it? No, Dawn's going to control the camera. Just push it back out. That button on the side. There you go. All right, let's keep going. There you go. Keep going. All right. What do you got cooking?
Okay, so hinge is a basic movement mechanic that we overlook a lot, and it affects our hamstring tightness, our back strength. So there's two ways to move. It's going to be incorrect and correct. The incorrect way is going to be in a slouch position where you're going to pick up something looking like this, which is very common now in our youth too, that they kind of get down in that weird hunch position. So when you do that, you're putting a lot of pressure and stress on the spine. It's painful, and if you repeat it enough, you could create some wear and tear in there. So the hinge mechanic, so you want to avoid the, slouching, picking something up like this. This is going to break your back. Doesn't matter how athletic you are. If you're in the gym and I see you doing this, I want to kick you, because you should be doing things strong. So applies to everyone once again. So don't go into the crane of pain, and don't go into that slouch position. You're going to be upright. You're going to be standing with your feet nice and straight, and the hinge happens through the hip, where you take a little bow, and then you can reach and grab something that you need to grab from a table, or prepare to reach a little further down towards the ground, which mimics more of like a squat-like movement.
I see you bending your knees.
A little bend in the knee is always good. You need to bend the knee a little bit to be able to descend down. So the hinge is primary. You would be washing your dishes with a little bit of a hinge instead of slouching like this. This is also very good for my older clients. Like, just practice going like this over your sink, and you're working on your hamstrings, your glutes, and your low back. Try not to stay like this in this position, because eventually you will end up like this for the rest of your life. Like, you see people, like,
you start bending.
They're like this, or hunched over. So it's called adaptation. So if you do this enough, your body will adapt and create that position, keep you there in that position. Versus if you're upright and moving more mindfully, and sometimes we have to stop, like Janet, be careful, stop. Okay, let me get into a good position. I got to pick something up heavy. Let me hinge my hips back. Let me breathe. Let me prepare my body really quick. Let me pick up this. They used to make me change a 5-gallon water jug at the work, because I was the one that's going to execute it correctly. Let me pick up this heavy baby that's on the floor right here.
So are you lifting from the legs?
You are using your glutes and your legs, your hamstrings, and the muscles of your back in a positive way. You know, flexion like this is moving the spine. I can't even flex like that. I've trained myself to not, but maybe I can help you, and if you come here, I'll demo you.
Yeah, let's show them how. Let's show them.
You would be my perfect. She works out, so you would be my perfect.
No, I'm already hurting just
come
watching.
over here.
No, I gotta stay on mic.
All right, I know we gotta wrap it up too.
Okay.
So, okay.
So show me how you would pick up the phone from here.
Me, I cheat because I squat all the time. I go down and I do it this way.
Oh, okay.
She does the cactus squat.
Because I've blown up my lower back too many times to do it this way.
To do it that way. Okay, so you'll tell me if you have pain or not. So you're gonna walk and get close to the phone. You're gonna stand hip width with the outer edges of your feet lined up. So you're gonna come a little bit closer, as close as you can. So whenever you have an object, you wanna get close to it and
pick it up.
And pick it up. There you go.
You gotta bend
You
your
felt
knees
your hamstrings there for a little bit? You felt your hamstrings there? So you wanna take a little bow, like you're taking a bow? No, with more of a hinge.
More of a hinge.
There we go.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
don't normally hinge. I usually bend my knees.
but that's another topic that I get into a lot, is that the hinge will help you let your knees draw back a little bit, which avoids you from putting too much pressure on your knees. A lot of people, they do the knees, you know, kind of like that knee crunch. This will help you hinge and then better.
Okay.
So it's
They're learning how to pick up objects.
So every time you move like this, it mimics a little deadlift at the gym. So every time you go like this, you're hinging, you're tilting, you're literally doing a life deadlift. That's it. And if you're athletic and you can master this movement, you're gonna crush your deadlifts. You're gonna do great at your deadlifts and protect your back and your spine. So you can do it, you know, anywhere at any time and start strengthening in that way versus having that poor movement that crushes your knees and crushes your back. So hinge through the hip, keep your spine nice and straight, bend your knees a little bit, and then you'll get to the ground.
Bend.
Protecting your knees a little bit.
Me and Reese Witherspoon, she had nothing on me, just saying.
That's your primary movement. You want to hinge for a lot of things. Protect your spine, protect your back. It's tough. It's not easy doing things right.
It's not
like
easy.
I say, it's easy to do things wrong. It's hard to do things right.
You know what's easier? I go, don't pick that up.
Dawn, there's paper on the floor.
Use my toe.
I have done that too. Or I get a stretch, a reach.
All right, you ready to wrap this up?
Yes.
Tune in on next Thursday. Check out your first episode of Align.
Yes.
All right, you want to wrap it up?
Wrap it up. And I also want to remind people that you can actually write in questions about your workouts, your habits, things of that nature, because she's going to have a mailbag.
You have pain doing laundry, getting your laundry out of getting your dry clothes out of there, let me know. We'll
And
work on that.
motivation to get your body back in shape.
Yeah.
I'm going to introduce her also to all my friends at Weight Watchers, because motivation this time of year, we're just getting out of it. This was the worst 2 months of my life. My sugar went up again because of it, but I'm back to normal.
No more excuses.
Well, no more of leaving popcorn around either there, Mrs. McGillicuddy.
We'll throw it all out.
Well, you ain't got to throw it all out. I just got to learn to say no.
All right, we're going to wrap this up. So, new episode starting next Thursday. Align and exciting news. It's going to be on True Oldies Radio as well next week at 7:30. And then 2 weeks after that, we got another new show that's going to be hitting our airways on True Oldies. So, more to come with that. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. We're here all night doing shows from Gypsy Soul, ending with Heartfelt Connections with Brielle, talking about foundations for our teenagers to get involved with. So come on down or just watch the shows. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.